My name is Danny Fenton. I'm 20 years old. These two are with me. This dude came from the future to help. And Ben here is from a whole other dimension. Oh yeah, and right now, we need to save the multiverse. My father, Jack Fenton, is a world-renowned scientist. At first, considered a fool, he used his inventions to bring peace between our world and the supernatural. Dad's experiments led to an accident that turned me into the ecto-powered superhero known as Danny Phantom. But years before me, he also created my arch-nemesis, Vlad Plasmius. He became rich and powerful, but after trying to take over the Earth, he was banished. After 5 years, he returned, stronger than ever before. Legends say that our ecto-energy powers give us infinite potential if we evolve our powers enough. A self-made god named Divinity saw Vlad as the key to ending his own greatest rival, the shape-shifting hero Ben 10. He uses his space watch called the Omnitrix to turn into all these crazy alien creatures. Our friends are scattered, and the bad guys have the advantage. But now, everyone is counting on us. So I'm not going to let them down. This is our story. All these clones are meant to confuse us. We're wasting too much time. We have to find the real Vlad.
He keeps making more clones, but they don't seem as sharp. Not too durable either. I take it that each Vlad all shares one mind.
That makes sense. I used to always have trouble with that power, but I have an idea. First, clear a path. He can't react to all of us at the same time. Ben, heads up!
Now relax. I would have dodged that.
Whoa, that Vlad's cooking a big one. And there are still dozens of clones. At this rate, all this fighting will burn me out too quickly.
Can't let you do that, bud. You're our ace. Find a way to stay fresh. Danny, do it quick. If Vlad notices, he'll phase.
If all the clones are made of Vlad's energy, maybe I can use his own power against him. Ah! Dad's tech was never built to hold this kind of power. I hope it can hold up.
Is it working?
Sword! Vlad's power is replicating!
Wow. All this from one clone? He really is that much stronger than you now.
Thanks! That makes me feel better!
Hey, if it's true, we need to know this.
I just need to concentrate! When using ghost powers, it's not just endurance. It's about understanding. I have to control it to make it my own. Maybe combined with my own power. Show yourself, old man!
Very clever. I don't know if I'm more impressed or irritated.
Ha! It worked! Found the Fruit Loop!
The thing about image clones? It splits your concentration. All of my guys can exist outside of my perspective. Didn't expect old Danny here to land that kind of hit either. You're starting to run out of tricks.
Don't patronize me, boy, or I will hang your feet on my rearview mirror.
You'll have to catch me first. Yeah, why don't you step in for a swing, big guy? I'll go easy on you this time.
What for? You're acting foolish trying to use that transformation against me. I'm insulted. I achieved godhood and you disrespect me by not giving it your all. Where is your true power, rodent?
Hey Rapunzel! You want power? Then listen up!
Your ecto-powers are only as strong as your knowledge, endurance, and your skills. You are lacking in every requirement. I grow more powerful by the moment, while you are struggling to tap into the power you were gifted years ago.
Then how about a taste of the future? Thanks. How'd you learn to make that shield? Well, you, technically. This won't hold for long. We need a better plan. And you've done this before, right? What did you do last time? If what I did last time worked, I wouldn't be here right now. Now stay close.
All right, Fentons, time to bounce.
Wait! We can't just leave!
I expected more from your world's champion this time around, Vlad. It's underwhelming that Daniel had given you so much trouble in your earlier years.
And yet you came to me to ask for my help, remember?
Your request is a bold play, Vlad Masters, but you are the man for this job. I will agree to your terms, so long as you ensure Ben Prime's death is final.
So how do you want this done? Perhaps if you can manage one more leap through time, perhaps I could kill him before he even received the Omnitrix.
Tennyson has allies beyond time on his side. Certain pivotal moments in his timeline are protected. Heed me, believing that this will be an easy task is a blunder. Besides, one cannot simply break the Prime Omnitrix. The many fail-safes and countermeasures within the Omnitrix will not allow Ben's demise, nor its own destruction. However, I have dedicated a very long time studying thousands of versions of the Omnitrix in my travels across the Omniverse, learning secrets those considered among the smartest minds in existence may not even know. One might say, I know this device even better than its own creator.
If you were going to fill me in on thousands of years' worth of information, you probably shouldn't have waited until the last minute.
If my procedure is successful, I'll be more than capable of countering the Omnitrix's failsafes. My power, combined with the precise knowledge of how to hack the Omnitrix, can disable them. But I will still need that chance, and that chance must be assured. That is why I need you to kill him while he is in his strongest alien form. The celestial sapien he refers to as Alien X, to ensure he's really gone.
So you break the watch, I break the boy. That I can understand.
Your awakened form gives you an exceptional advantage, but you must pace yourself. I will need you to last until Tennyson's spirit breaks and he chooses to use his Alien X. Your potential is grand, but you still have a long way to go before you can achieve your true, full greatness. Do not allow that little ghost boy to distract you. Your loyalty is to me only.
Professor Paradox!
So the man beyond time. Finally, a power set that can match with Divinity on our side. Where you been, dude?
It is very good to see you again, Professor. Although I must say we could have used your assistance back on Earth. Surely a Time Walker as capable as yourself would be a valuable asset in defeating Divinity.
You'd be correct, Rook. And a few timelines ago, my colleague here and I were.
Pleased to meet all you young ones again. I am Clockwork, the spirit of time.
Clockwork?
Like one of Ben's alien forms, yes. Never heard that one before.
We've met before, haven't we? I mean, this all seems familiar.
That depends on how you look at it, sorceress. Time is relative. You're smart, so I won't dumb this down too much for you. The one you call Divinity has been campaigning for unlimited power about 23,000 chronorhythms now. Or about 4,000 Earth years from his perspective. With every failure, he would go back in time and try again. After every attempt, he got closer and closer to his goal. Eventually, perhaps by the infinite chance of constantly resetting the timeline, Danny Phantom was roped into this mess. But the combined efforts of him and Ben Tennyson were enough to keep him at bay. The two heroes defeated him every time he tried again, without ever realizing they had done it before. To them, and by extension to you, it is always the first time Eon has tried to build the God Maker.
But Eon is relentless. He learned with each attempt and got very good at this. After many, many tries, Eon started making it past the Godmaker stage nearly every time, transforming into Divinity. So Clockwork and I had no choice but to step in too. But with myself, Clockwork, and Divinity all in one place, reality was no longer able to hold itself together. There cannot be too many deities in one mortal plane for too long. We've done this so many times that if him or I ever attempt to leave this tower, It could cause a quantum singularity that will never cease expanding.
Knowing this, Divinity waited for the perfect version of the timeline where he had the right advantage, and banished us here, eternal prisoners of my humble tower. Now, every decade or so, we watch you three come through that door, watch your prisoner make a failed attempt to escape, and trust that Danny and Ben can continue to hold the line until we figure a way to free ourselves.
You saw nothing!
Is it just me, or is this guy kinda trippy to look at? Your age keeps changing. Is this part of the loop?
My own existence is intertwined with the Ghost Zone, a timeless place your eyes are unable to comprehend, seeing all the time at once. So you're catching glimpses.
How many times has Danny and Ben fought Divinity and won?
So far, all of them. But this timeline, I fear, may be different. In this attempt to even the scales, he has the added assistance of Vlad Plasmius. This is a variable we have yet to observe. I'm afraid this may not end like the others.
What exactly makes Vlad so special?
Vlad's understanding and use of his powers are extraordinary. He's brave but careful. He's smart but patient. While his moral compass is undeniably malicious, Plasmius is by no means deranged. His fearless desire for power makes him incredibly dangerous.
Alright, so how do we take down Plasmius? If we've been here before, that means we eventually escape, right?
Yes, you repair your old ship, fly off into the Ghost Zone, and then use Danny's map to find Jack Fenton's portal, bringing you back to Earth. All the previous versions of you that had left from the other loops meld back together as you leave the Ghost Zone and re-enter a linear timeline. Then, we do this all over again. You might as well stay this time, unless you'd rather I explain this to you for all of eternity.
So we'll break the loop. We need to all get back to the temporal zone to help Ben.
Impossible. The countless chrono-anachronisms created by Eon's reckless use of time travel now act as the defensive for Divinity. Any sentient organism, including you, can never pass back through a ghost rift without being corrupted. The Ghost Zone is a one-way ticket when it is accessed from another dimension, which is a very rare occurrence. Even if your body survives, which it won't, your mind will dissolve.
What about a machine like Gur?
Excuse me, you orange human girl!
Not a great idea, babe. That tin can is enemy tech. I bet he's recording everything and pinging it straight to Divinity right now.
Divinity sent us here, Kevin. He is already aware of our location. Professor, if we could forge a linked rift back to the temporal zone...
Would a purely mechanical construct be immune to side effects? I suppose that it is possible.
I can create an enchantment inside of Gur that can use the rift to bring Ben and Danny here, just like Divinity did. If all of time is always happening here, then that rift should always be active.
Very clever, Gwendolyn. We send Gur back to the temporal zone to find Ben and Danny, then retrieve them away from the battlefield. Paradox and Clockwork may not be able to leave this tower, but that must mean Divinity cannot enter here either.
We camp here and think of a way to put an end to this once and for all. So what do you say, Little Green? Are you in?
The last thing I want is to spend eternity trapped in here with you annoying creatures and your consistent complaining. Your race is pathetic. I plan to use that crazy black-hooded guy to assist me with my own invasion of Earth. Then he strips down to a naked light bulb and does it himself. That should be my naked glory! He deserves to taste the mighty wrath of Zim! But Gur here is my loyal servant. He's the highest of Urkin technology war achievement. Allowing you to modify him with your magic scribbles would be a huge insult to the great Urkin Empire. This clock is squishy. All right, you can have Gur.
The timeline is changing. I can feel it.
The rift is too thin. I can't get a good link on a singular reality. But this portal should take us somewhere safe. Anywhere is better than here. What are you doing? Let's go.
Ben, we're not running away. They're too powerful, and they'll only get stronger. We have to end this here and now.
It's not running away. We're taking advantage of the opportunity. If they're letting us live, they need us for something. So let's not stick around and find out why. Got it?
I thought you said I was the team leader.
Then act like it, hothead.
Oh, like you've been doing better. It's my powers that can take down your aliens, right? Alright guys, cut it out. Danny, you need to stay calm, okay?
Yeah, I'm doing an awful lot of saving your behind.
And you've never needed help, Ben? Maybe if you weren't so cocky, you'd realize that your way sucks sometimes. Maybe if you let Lula fight with us, she could have caught Vlad before he escaped back in Bellwood. Maybe if you didn't tear Zim's ship in half, there wouldn't have been a black hole that allowed Vlad to escape us again. And maybe if you had used Alien X, Cooper wouldn't have been killed.
Say that again.
I don't care how things work in your universe. You're no commander. You're not even a real hero. You're too focused on the big picture. You're letting everything around you fall apart.
You want to lecture me on how I use my powers? Aren't you supposed to have infinite potential? Because all I'm seeing is you constantly getting outclassed by everyone else here.
Enough! I didn't risk everything coming back here just to watch you two idiots screw this up again! This could be our last shot, and you both want to waste it arguing? Danny, the last time you turned ghost, all of the blue stuff, you've activated what we call your awakening stage. You're evolving faster than ever before, but all of your changes are permanent. You need to be very careful. Your emotions are amplified. If you let yourself change without controlling your new powers, you don't want to know what kind of damage you could do to yourself. And trust me, you never want to use power you're not ready for. How will I know when I'm ready? If you're from the future, does that mean I've already failed? Because I'm from the future. Now you have a second chance. I have your back. And when you need them, the whole world will too. You're right. The only reason that Divinity ever got this far was because his alliance always had his back, right? Ben, if we're gonna do this, I need you to really trust me. I can't let Vlad get away. Not now. If I do, I can risk losing my family. I have to see them again.
All right, but no more splitting up, you hear? If you're the team leader, then we fight as a team.
Hero time, right? Huh?
You good?
It's my ghost sense. Vlad's on his way here.
Cool sword on.
Dude!
What? It is? Can't you do that?
I can!
2 Fentons, and I hear one's from the future. Tell me, when I end up ruling the Earth, how big is my castle?
Hey, I don't have a sword. Will these do?
2 unstable wormholes? Now that seems a bit dangerous. I'll be confiscating those from you now. Come now. I'm not finished with you yet. Nor with you, Tennyson. This was effortless. I gather your foes, I kill your friends, I rip a hole in time. Still, neither of you will don the power to oppose me.
Don't forget about me. Let them go, or I'll show you all the experience I've gained fighting you.
And you're the last one standing. You fight with such passion. Our future battles have made you bold, yes? But you don't alarm me. As my perception can surpass time, I have seen your true face. You come here claiming to aid, yet keep so many secrets. Why don't you tell this one what you have done in your own timeline? What he'll do in the future that leads to my victory? Or this one? What will happen if he continues to deny his destiny? Look at yourself, Ben Tennyson. You could have won this fight long ago, had you been as brave as I to use our divine abilities. Go on, change form and give us all what we really want to see.
You call this bravery? It's obvious you're holding back too. What's the deal, huh? Why even fight us? You think any of this chaos is gonna save your people? What kind of leader are you? If you think you've won, then go home!
I am home, Tennyson. My essence is spreading through the temporal zone like an ocean. You had no idea what's been going on this whole time, haven't you? Well, I've finally perfected the timeline. I'm doing what I must. And you have no place questioning my actions. You have no idea what it takes to be a good leader. Aren't you curious what happened to your own students? Take a look.
Hey! Thanks for the teleport. My crew and I have been getting bored laying waste to the earth and all that. Well, the part that survived, anyways.
Commander Tennyson, I'm sorry.
Lula, hey, stay calm. It's okay. We're all gonna be fine. Everything's gonna be fine.
Oh, boo frickin' who? Everything's gonna be fine. That'd be a snooze fest. Are you saying me and my crew ain't enough for ya? I can make things real interesting. Are you scared yet?
I got nightmares in my head, I fear. Let the thoughts build up until I can't hear